Good morning, everybody. It is Mark McDonald, pastor of First United Methodist Church of Batesville with a weekly update. It's December 16th, 2020. This is an exciting day. I've got a lot of updates, as you may have noticed in the comment line before you watch this. We have some neat things going on. First and foremost, Merry Christmas to you. It's getting close, and tonight, Wednesday the 16th, from 5:30 to 6:30, we're going to have jolly old St. Nicholas here at the church. So what you can do is bring your children, drive down Main Street, and then turn into the main entrance of the church where you drive through the covered drop-off, which is our main entrance. As you drive through there, we'll be shivering out there with Santa, and we have gift bags for the kids. So coming for our first DriveThru Christmas event for First Kids. It's for children to come through. We're going to have some activities, not only a gift bag, but some activities for you to do to celebrate Jesus's birthday that we are recognizing at Christmas. And so that is tonight from 5:30 to 6:30. The newsletter has a little flyer in there. It looks like this. And I invite you to read through that, but be here tonight. That's big. Also, the newsletter was emailed out today. So if you're not on our email list, I would suggest that you contact the church office and tell us that you would like to be on that. We'll add you to it because mail is a little bit slower this time of the year. We do have a lot of neat information. The other big one, front page of our newsletter, is about our Christmas Eve services. So I have some information for you on that. Briefly, just a brief summary is that we have services at 4, 6, and 8. But because the sanctuary renovations aren't complete and because our COVID counts are too high for us to have face-to-face worship inside the building, we are doing it this way. 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock services are outside worship services in person. Very excited about it. It's going to be beautiful. I'll explain them in a minute. And then 8 o'clock is going to be just like we have on Sunday morning. It's going to be a premiered worship service at 8 o'clock. We have all of the same general activities in each of our worship services. If you're not able to make it, or if you don't feel comfortable coming around a small crowd of people, then that is understandable. We will have the 6 o'clock service live streamed, and the 8 o'clock service will be on YouTube and Facebook. The live stream will be only on Facebook right now, but later we'll post it back on YouTube so you can watch that as well if you don't have Facebook access. So here's the lowdown. 4 o'clock, park in the church parking lot on Main Street and walk down the Main Street sidewalk. We're going to have it lined with luminarias. And then you'll come down to the front steps of the sanctuary where we will gather together for about a 20-minute worship service that will consist of carols and some singing some verses of carols, hearing the scriptures read, and then sharing in communion. We will have individual communion cups to hand out to you. And so that will be about a 20 to 30 minute service. Both of the outdoor services will be about that length. And it's just carols and communion. It's during the last of the daylight hours that day. So bundle up, come up and join us. At 6 o'clock, we'll do the same thing. Park in the parking lot, walk down through the luminarias, and then we'll have carols, communion, and a candlelight close. Now, because they don't want us going to blow out our candle lights and spreading the virus through, we have purchased 96 lit candles, LED candles, battery operated, so that we'll light those together, and we'll close that service just like we did the first one with Silent Night, but we will be lighting candles because at 6 o'clock it will be dark because it gets dark so early these days. Now, if you cannot make those and want to participate, you can watch the 6 o'clock through Facebook Live, and we have a worship kit that we are creating, a Christmas Eve worship kit that you can use for the 6 o'clock or the 8 o'clock service for that matter. It has within it a candle, one of our old Christmas candles we've used at Christmas Eve services past, a real candle that you can take home and light at the end of the online services. It also has a communion elements within it and an order of worship, so you can follow live at 6 o'clock or at 8 o'clock whenever you watch that, 8 o'clock or after that you watch the YouTube or Facebook versions of our premiere services. You can follow through the bulletin, take communion with us when it's blessed, and then light your candle at the end of that. So while you may not be with us in person, we will have a magical spiritual moment this Christmas Eve as we join together at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock for online worship as well. If you want one of those kits, simply contact the church office and arrange to pick them up between Monday and Wednesday of next week, or we have people that are willing to deliver them to your front door and lay them on your front door. Again, we're being cautious because of the high counts, but we're being very careful with it. Also, inside of that, there will be one of these cards. It is one of our invitation cards that we've created. And you notice that we have a QR code on this. If you point your smartphone at that, with your camera on, that will take you straight to the YouTube channel. So that's something you can pick up and share with your neighbors. You can stick it on their front door or send it in the mail to somebody else. It is a postcard with an address area on it. So I hope that you will pick up that kit if you would like to and join us for that Christmas Eve. So that's our Christmas Eve. That's Santa tonight. So one other big thing that I would like to share with you is that normally we have year-end gifts that come in. Maybe you've fallen behind on your donations, or you just in the Christmas spirit want to help us out. So I want to make a suggestion to you today. We welcome your gifts. Between Christmas and New Year's, our office will be closed. We'll have some staff around checking messages and checking the mail. So if you would like to make a donation, I have first a suggestion, and then I'll tell you how you can do it. The suggestion is this. You have been very generous for us during COVID, and while our expenses have been way down, our giving's been down, but we've had more come in than we've spent year to date. So that's wonderful. We also have received a payroll protection loan that was forgiven as part of the CARES Act. So our budget, our ministry budget and support has been very good. And we've gotten grants. Our most recent one is a $5,000 grant for our food ministries from the United Methodist Foundation of Arkansas, which is a wonderful gift, the biggest we've ever gotten from them. It'll help us continue with the blessing box and our breakfast and our backpacks. So in other words, we're doing really well, but there's one area that we could use some support, and I would encourage you to consider giving a Christmas gift, either catching up with your giving for our regular budget, or give a gift above and beyond, a Christmas gift toward our capital improvements. During COVID, while we've been shut down, the trustees got in and renovated our sanctuary. So while we haven't gotten the carpet in yet, all the painting is done, and the pew cushions and the seats are being recovered. And when we get back into the sanctuary, hopefully very soon, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We've also begun building the pavilion that we've talked about. So right now that is under construction. They're getting ready to put the trusses up today. They're working on that right now while I'm recording this. So I would invite you to give to our capital improvements. We've spent, I'm going to estimate, about $75,000 on that, but we've had some donations already in. We've had some more donations come in, and we've had some money that we had saved up for some of the work. We had an insurance claim that helped with some of the repairs for an air conditioner leak we had back months ago when we had the air conditioner on. So all of that running together, we've taken out a total of $40,000 in additional debt. Now that puts us to a total in our church of $75,000 in indebtedness. From the roof work we did a couple of years ago to all of this work, that's it. A total of $75,000. I think that's a goal. I hope that you will give toward our capital improvements. And I would love to see us eliminate that debt as quickly as we can so we can continue this amazing focus on ministry. So for your Christmas gift, please consider giving to the capital fund. There are several ways you can do that. First, go to our website and you will see a Give Online link. That giving link will take you to a place where you can click a box and give specifically to the capital fund. That's what it is, the capital fund. There's also an emergency disaster type fund that helps with our blessing box and things like that you can give to. There's the general fund that you can help us with supporting our regular ongoing ministries, not only the utilities and the upkeep of the building, but just the regular things that we do through our online ministries such as this. So I would encourage you to give to the capital fund in that, our capital improvements, and let's wipe that thing clean. So when we come back from this, I'm convinced we're going to be stronger than ever. So give online. Second, you can mail it to the church. We have P.O. Box 2014 here in Batesville. We also have 615 East Main Street. We have a mailbox here at the church, so you can mail to either one now, and we will get those. Also, where we have the mailbox at the main entrance, there's an additional drop slot in that. So if you come up to the main entrance, that covered drop off, and you want to drop off a check, you can just put it in that drop box. It's locked and secured, and we check that every day. So those are the ways that you can do that. Now, if none of those work, give us a call. We'll work with you. We'll come pick it up, or we'll meet you at the church. We will be closed the week between Christmas and New Year's. So that's what I wanted to share with you about the Dropbox and mailing. But we'll also have people around available to come and get that from you. And so while we can drop off the Christmas Eve worship kits, we can pick up your donations. But I would encourage you to make that Christmas year-end donation that so many of you do so generously toward the Capital Fund. Lastly, if you've done some Christmas shopping on Amazon, I want to remind you that instead of going to Amazon.com, if you will type in smile, S-M-I-L-E, .amazon.com, it takes you to a website within Amazon that links, that you can link your purchases with a donation site for our church. What that means is for every purchase you make through Amazon, through smile.amazon.com, it's called Amazon Smile, every purchase you make there, a small percentage of that is donated to the church. I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we've had it in the newsletter. I think it's in there again today, but it is a very simple way for you to just make some gentle donations. It goes straight to the ministries of the church. And so if you want to go there, if you're buying things for Amazon, then a little portion of that, just a percentage point of that, comes back to our church. I got my last notice from my Christmas shopping, and I felt really proud about and I was kind of embarrassed by how much I had to spend to do it, but there was a donation to the church. It kind of eases the burden of Christmas shopping, the cost of it anyway. But in all the joy of sharing in those many ways, it is a wonderful way. Smile.amazon.com. Don't forget to join us for our daily devotionals, our weekly worship service, Christmas Eve, I've explained online. In the newsletter this week, we also have a place for you to put your birthdays into the United Methodist Men calendar that's produced every year. So all of that is in the newsletter that went out today in email, and I hope you'll read through that. I'm excited. There's so much going on. We're near the end of the pandemic. The vaccine is moving out. So in a matter of weeks, we will finish up the work in the sanctuary, and we'll finish up the pavilion. In a matter of months, we'll be getting back to regular weekly worship services, hopefully even weeks for that. But as the vaccine comes out, I ask that you would pray for all those families who have lost somebody during this, and pray for God to lower every mountain and raise every valley so that that vaccine gets out in wonderful ways. The Pfizer vaccine's out. Moderna's following very, very soon. There's a lot of hope in that, but we do ask that you keep wearing your masks. Be careful with what you're doing. Keep your distance. My family had to cancel our family Christmas exchange because one of our family members was close to somebody who tested positive. So we decided to just cancel that. We delivered our presents, and we're going to have an after Christmas party once we get through this. I encourage you to do the same. Be careful. Be safe. We're almost through this. But join us. Wearing a mask. We're going to keep social distance on Christmas Eve. So exciting. Join us tonight for Santa Claus. And y'all, I hope that even in the midst of this, as we near the end, you can feel the blessings just welling up inside of you as we are in love with God, in love with each other, and we're serving the world together. So I pray that you will have a blessed day and week, and I pray especially that you will be a blessing. God bless. Merry Christmas.